Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to tell you about the text message that came at 11 p.m. on a Friday night from my boss, marked urgent, and how it made me realize I'd been living in a state of fake emergencies for 3 years. Everything at work was urgent. Every email, every request, every project, every meeting needed to happen ASAP. I was constantly in crisis mode, adrenaline always pumping, always behind, always scrambling, never enough time. Until I had a breakdown in my kitchen at midnight, still answering emails, and asked God, why does work feel like an emergency room? And Jesus pointed me to a story about 2 sisters, and one sentence that exposed the lie I'd been believing. Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. This is about the tyranny of the urgent, about how modern work culture creates artificial emergencies, and how 2 verses taught me that just because something feels urgent doesn't mean it actually is. My company had a culture of urgency. Everything was on fire. Everything needed to be done yesterday. Can you get this done by end of day? My boss at 4 p.m. about a project that should take 3 days. Quick question, an email that required 2 hours of work to answer. Just following up, the 3rd Slack message in an hour about something that could wait. Every notification triggered anxiety. Every message felt like a demand I had to meet immediately. I stopped taking lunch breaks, worked through evenings, checked email before bed, woke up to notifications at 2 a.m. My body lived in constant fight or flight mode, heart always racing, shoulders always tense, sleep disrupted by work anxiety. I snapped at my kids for interrupting me, ignored my wife during dinner because I was just handling something urgent. But here's the thing, nothing was actually urgent. No one was dying, no lives hung in the balance. We were selling software, creating marketing campaigns, managing projects. Important work? Sure. Life or death emergencies? No. But we'd created a culture where everything felt like an emergency, and I couldn't tell the difference anymore between what was truly urgent and what just felt that way. Friday night, 11 p.m. Finally sitting down after putting the kids to bed. My phone buzzed. Text from my boss. Urgent. Need you to review this deck before Monday's meeting. Client presentation depends on it. It was Friday night. The meeting was Monday afternoon. This could wait until Monday morning. But the word urgent triggered me. My heart raced. Guilt flooded in. The client presentation depends on it. I opened my laptop. My wife looked at me. You're working? Now? It's urgent, I said. I have to. Everything's urgent with you, she said quietly, then went to bed alone. I sat there at midnight, staring at a PowerPoint deck, and something broke. I wasn't saving lives. I wasn't doing anything that couldn't wait 12 hours. But I'd trained myself to treat every work request like an emergency, and it was destroying me. I closed my laptop, opened my Bible app, searched urgent and busy and worry, found Luke 10:38-42. Jesus visiting Mary and Martha's home. Martha's running around, preparing food, cleaning, serving, doing all the urgent things a good host should do. Mary's sitting at Jesus' feet, listening, learning, being present. Martha gets frustrated. Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. I expected Jesus to say, you're right, Martha, Mary should help. But he says, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better. Martha wasn't doing anything wrong. The work needed to be done. Dinner had to be prepared. She was being responsible, diligent, hospitable. But she'd let the urgent crowd out the important. All her tasks felt pressing, immediate, necessary, and in focusing on them, she missed the one thing that actually mattered, being present with Jesus. Jesus didn't say her work was unimportant. He said she was worried and upset about many things when few things are needed. She'd created urgency around tasks that weren't actually urgent, and I'd done the same thing. I'd let my company's manufactured urgency convince me that everything needed immediate attention, that every email required instant response, that every request was an emergency. But it wasn't. Most of it could wait. I started asking a simple question before responding to anything marked urgent. Is this actually urgent, or does it just feel that way? Urgent means someone's safety is at risk. We'll lose a critical client if I don't act now. Legal or ethical consequences demand immediate action. Everything else? Important, maybe, but not urgent. That Friday night email? Not urgent. I responded Monday morning. The presentation went fine. The quick question that required 2 hours? Not urgent. I scheduled time the next day. The 5th Slack message about the same project? Not urgent. I responded once with a clear timeline. I stopped letting other people's lack of planning create emergencies for me. I set boundaries. Email off after 6 p.m. No work on weekends. Notifications disabled on my phone. My boss pushed back. We need you to be responsive. I am responsive, I said, during work hours, but not everything is urgent, and I can't function in constant crisis mode. Some colleagues respected it, others didn't, but I stopped letting their urgency become my emergency.
I started prioritizing like Jesus taught Martha. Few things are actually needed. What truly matters today? What can wait? What's urgent versus what just feels that way? My productivity didn't suffer. It improved because I wasn't wasting energy on fake emergencies. I focused on what actually mattered, delivered better work, made clearer decisions. My anxiety decreased, my sleep improved, my relationships healed. I was present at dinner, available to my kids, actually rested on weekends because I'd stopped believing the lie that everything is urgent. Luke 10:41-42 taught me that the tyranny of the urgent is a distraction from what's actually important. Martha wasn't wrong to work, but she was wrong to let urgency steal her peace and distract her from what mattered most. Modern work culture manufactures urgency to keep us anxious, responsive, and available 24/7. But Jesus says, few things are actually needed. Choose what's better. Not laziness, not a responsibility, but discernment about what truly matters versus what just feels urgent. If you're exhausted from constant urgency, if everything feels like an emergency, ask yourself, is this actually urgent, or have I been trained to treat everything that way? Most things can wait. Most emails don't need immediate response. Most requests aren't emergencies. Set boundaries, prioritize ruthlessly, choose what's better over what feels urgent. Jesus didn't praise Martha's busyness. He invited her to stop, breathe, and focus on what actually mattered.
Thanks for watching. Here are today's reflection questions. What in your work life feels urgent right now? And if you're honest, could it actually wait until tomorrow? What's one Martha moment where you've let busyness steal your peace from what truly matters? Drop your thoughts about the story in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else facing the same choice. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more honest conversations about work, faith, and finding freedom from fake emergencies.